You're telling me you couldn't live off $80,000 a year? To quote the esteemed goat of all presidents, Joseph Robinette Biden. Come on, man. Biden, the goat of all presidents. Oh, that is funny. Josh, you are funny. I know. Funny and good looking, my pearly yellows. By the way, I voted in the Republican primary today. We have a special election on August 20. No, I can't remember what it was. And we got a special election for the state Senate seat. And my concern, frankly, is that a lot of Republicans, this is what happens when you're the majority party, or at least you have the White House, is that we don't come out to vote when you control the White House. So especially we control both sides of Congress. We're going to be not nearly as voting as heavily as the Democrats. Happens all the time. Midterm elections and stuff always go against the majority party. Again, the party who controls White House, excuse me. And that's what made 2018 such a dramatic win for Trump, even though all these idiots, dude, who hate Trump, it's just as weird to me. They just lie. Because, dude, Trump won. He took out four incumbent Democrat senators. 4 got beat. Now, he lost 2 seats from our own incumbents, but we netted 2 seats in a midterm election. We took out 4 incumbent senators. That hasn't happened since FDR. And I'm just like, and all these idiots say, oh, Trump lost the election in 2018 because we lost the House, but you always lose not always, but a lot of times you lose the House and off your election. But we actually added to our numbers in the Senate, which hadn't happened like that since literally FDR. People say, oh, you lost the Senate. Oh, you lost the House. You lost the elections. No, we didn't. Then they'll say the same thing in 2022, I think. Was it 2022 when we won back the Senate? I can't remember. But they'll say, I think it was 2022 we won back the Senate. Yeah, so Trump's losing that election too. It's like, wait, what? We won the Senate. I can't, or maybe it was 50-50. I can't remember. But anyway, I forgot what it was. But it was like, no, we won the House. That's what it was. We already had the Senate in 2018. I think we lose the Senate in 2020? I can't remember. But we won the House in 2022. That's what it was. I said, so we win the Senate, Trump loses. When we win the House, Trump loses. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, long story short, so I had to vote because we got to make sure you get out there and vote in your primaries and vote certainly in the general election once the primaries are established. So you'll have elections this November. You doggone better vote if you're Republican. All right, so anyway, my man emailed me today, a guy I worked with, crushing, he and his wife, and he goes, he's showing me some numbers. He goes, Josh, the funny thing is, the worst case scenario is we're living off $84,000 a year. If we can't make it on that, shame on us. I said, right on, man. I said, dude, I call him Robinette. We'll call him Robinette after the esteemed goat, Joseph Robinette Biden. I said, come on. And so just how's this affect? And he knows, I know, everybody knows. So even if they ran out of money, they got $84,000 a year in Social Security. He's got a small pension too. So let's just say you got $500,000 a year, $500,000 in your portfolio. It will say your full retirement age is $4,000 a month. Your PIA at your full retirement age is $4,000 a month. And we'll say your wife gets $2,000 a month of half of that. And we're going to say you take Social Security at 65. So instead of being $4,000 a month, it'll be $3,500 a month. And we'll just, for simplicity, say your wife will be $1,250 or something like that. No, it'd be if from 2,000. We'll say it'd be $1,500 just for simplicity. So what's that? $3,500 plus $1,500, because if she takes before her full retirement age, she won't get the full $2,000 spousal benefit. She'll get a reduction in spousal benefit too. So you're going to get $3,500. She's going to get $1,500 for simplicity. That's $5,000 a month right there. That's $60,000 a year. You're 65 years old. You got 25 years left ahead of you, if even that. You got a $500,000 portfolio. You're going to pull 5% a year off that portfolio. That's going to be another, $25,000. So that's $85,000 a year right there, if my numbers are right. Yeah, you get $3,500 a month in social. She'll get $1,500 a month in social. 35 plus 15 is $5,000. That's 5 times 12 is 6. $500,000 with a 5% distribution amount. That's $25,000. So yes, $85,000 a year. Come on, man. You can't live off that. Give me a break. Now, that's, the $25,000 isn't guaranteed, I grant you. If the markets fell to nothing, you'd be sitting at $60,000 a year in Social Security. Oh, my goodness, you're going to run out of money, don't you know? I was like, dude, do you not know, by the way, the median household income in the United States is $80,000. Now, what does that median household income have to do that you won't have to do, by and large? Now, not everybody is paying FICA tax, but if you are working, you pay FICA tax. So of that median household income, the majority of those median people are paying 7.65 in FICA, if not more, if they're self-employed. They're also paying, income tax on basically every dollar they make. Because like here in Georgia, there's no tax benefits until you're retired. So you pay a dollar you pay tax on your very first penny that you receive as earned income. When you're retired in Georgia, you don't pay any tax unless you have over $130,000 of income when you're married filing jointly, or $65,000 of income if you're single. Pay no tax. So right there, you're saving 5% a year in income tax right there. The federal government, Social Security is taxed very, very favorably. On $84,000, I'm not exactly sure how much income tax you pay, but it won't be a couple $1,000. So let's just say for simplicity, you pay nothing in Georgia. So you lose $2,000 to $3,000 in federal income taxes. All right, so you're still netting over $80,000 a year, dude. I mean, come on. Now that's a high Social Security amount, I grant you. But let's just say your Social Security is $3,000 and $1,500 instead. All right, so we got $3,000 plus $1,500 is $4,500 a month. That's $54,000 a year. $25,000 off your portfolio. 54 plus 25, that's $79,000 a year. Essentially, you're not going to pay any taxes. You're netting $79,000 a year. All right, again, now your portfolio could go to zero. In that case, your Social Security would be the only thing you have, $54,000. Come on, is that really going to happen? Really? Your portfolio goes zero? Show me any when that happened where you didn't say, what are you going to do? You're just going to spend your last dime at 72 years old? Say, I don't care. Josh said I could take 5% a year out of my portfolio and never run out of money. I'd never say that because I'm not God. I don't know what the future holds, but I just know reality. I'm like, come on, man. This is being silly. So you're spending... You're netting more than the median income in the United States. That's a guy I voted for, Dickerson. I kind of wanted to vote for Steve West. I kind of like his thing. He just said, fear the beard or something like that. The Dems fear the beard, but I got a text from Jason Dickerson and said, hey, don't forget to vote. He didn't know me, but somehow I'm on his list. He said, don't forget to vote today. I said, oh, man, good point. So I appreciate a guy doing some grunt work to get my notice to say, hey, go vote. You know what I'm saying? So I voted for that guy. The other guy, I think his name's Steve West. I do like his fear the beard. The Democrats fear the beard or something like that. That was pretty funny. But we also have another guy running who I looked at his thing. He's run like a CPA. I said, nah, we need ball busters. We don't need CPAs, Matt, right now. We need people to go bust balls, dude. We need to stand up to the red guards that are taking over the Democratic Party. And I don't want a CPA. I mean, I love CPAs, but not for my politics. I want knuckle draggers. That's what I want. I'm not sure Jason Dickerson's going to be a knuckle dragger, to be perfectly honest with you, but we'll see. We'll see. He's probably more establishment than not, but I don't know anything about him. I just know he texted me. I seen his ads all over the place. So I said, all right, I'll go for him. You got to get on the grunt work in politics, man. It's all about grunt work. You got to get your people out to vote. Rule number one in politics, what makes Trump so good, you got to get them to vote. They can say they'll support you all day long. If they don't go out and vote, it don't matter. And that's where the Republican Party under Karl Rove and stuff like that really screwed the hooch. It's like, if we just appeal to the mushy middle, we can forget about the 20% that hasn't voted for a while. They'll never come out to vote. Dude, that's just a wrong answer, man. You got to get those 20%. The reason they haven't come out to vote is because you haven't offered them anything too. So Trump comes along and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I get you. I get what's going on. People who previously did not vote for decades, years at least, election cycle after election cycle, suddenly say, no, this guy's talking about language. I like it. I'm going to vote. Whereas Karl Rove was like, just appeal to the mushy middle. Mitt Romney's the world, be moderate and they'll come out. Yeah, you'll lose 20% of your base, but you might get, all you need is 10% of the mushy middle. And it's like, the mushy middle, the problem is they don't give you a governing majority, dude, because you're appealing as a moderate. And moderate just means you have what do they say? If you're walking down the middle of the road, you get squished. That's what's going on. You get squished because you're fighting the deep state, and the deep state takes names. The deep state will destroy you if you're going in there in the moderate, because you're not going to fight them, because you're like, man, I just want to stick in the middle and do a good job. I want to be like Eisenhower, do a good job. I don't want to just rock any boats. Nah, dude, we need some freaking ball-busting knuckle draggers to rock some boats out there, dude. Like what MTG is doing here in Georgia. Love it, man. She's freaking taking on all comers. So cool to go after Trump. I love it. We need someone from the far right to keep the right wing truthful. That's the thing. The Democrats have gone so far left because they've had so many far left Democrats pulling the Democrats to the left and left and left. The Republicans have been so focused on the mushy middle. We need far right people to keep the Republicans honest. And that's what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing. And I, for one, could not be happier. We need more Republicans like that. That's just a fact. All right. Well, I'm here to eat some pizza. I got a live stream here in an hour, so we'll see you later. God bless.